Hello, welcome back. Last time I got kinda stuck on the last few medium puzzles because they were asking me to do some things I did not quite understand. But now I'm finally starting on hard puzzles. Number 1, things that go boom. How many are there? 30. 31. Okay, 31 of those. Sounds good. Alright, things that go boom. Set off the fireworks on the left side of the screen. This. Okay. Mouse falls. Mouse lights match. Blimps bump into each other. Nitroglycerin sits there. Okay. So, there are several things that go boom here. This is set up to light the flint and tinder if it had a rope attached to it. What's a good way to do that? Possibly with this. Okay, so if this were to explode, this would go down here for some reason. Alright, so I could use a rocket here. It would get lit by that and push this upward. That upward push could certainly fire the gun, which would light this, and what good does that do? Maybe I could blow up these blimps, which would hopefully then fall down and blow up the nitroglycerin, and the pinball could maybe somehow find its way onto there. That would explode. This would go down here, and I would do this. Sounds like a plan. Alright, let's see how far that gets me. Good start. Good. 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 Looks like that's all I need except for slightly better aim with this. You go there. This needs to be a certain distance away. I'm pretty sure it has to be in the correct orientation. I don't think this works if it's flipped around the other way. Okay. Cool. So I don't know if there's like separate difficulty curves for... I don't know if I should expect the first hard puzzle to be harder than the last medium puzzle. That was certainly easier. Curie and the fish squish. Break all 6 fish tanks and help Curie Cat exit the right side of the screen. Okay. So baseball is going to fall, cat's going to sit there. If a cat sees a fish... Can a cat break an aquarium? No. Cat just sits there and will not walk through. Okay. So clearly this needs to go off. Which will involve this and maybe that. Or actually, better yet. Incline here. This one just acts as a wall to funnel that right in there. My funnel is too effective. Okay. See now, this is relying on annoying bounce behavior, and I'd rather not, but I guess I'll try a little more and see what happens. So I have that candle falling and breaking a fish tank. I might do that for like one that the cannon might not reach, if there is such a thing. That looks pretty good. The thing is, though... I have a blimp, I have a springboard. What can I do with these things? Oh wait, what if I were to make the pinball roll? The candle is probably unnecessary, but I mean, I could do that. It'll make this a little quicker. Pinball only has to get to this one, not that too. I don't think that incline's going to be effective enough. No. Maybe if it were a lot steeper? I can think of other things I might do if this doesn't work. Steeper incline doesn't quite work. Okay, of course it doesn't. So I want to speed up the pinball so that it hits that faster. Will this speed it up at all? I could use a springboard here instead of that incline, but I think this might just do the job. Yeah! Awesome. Oh wait, cat has to exit. What? Cat has to exit? Really now? How? Okay, so the cat needs to get hit by the pinball, basically. So, let's see. So cat doesn't want to move. If I were to use a blimp, smack the cat. Maybe that blimp will just sort of stay in that area and keep bumping the cat and get her to move. Problem is I'm not breaking this aquarium now. Bump the pinball? Yeah, a little bit. So could this be a very slow but eventually working solution? That aquarium's not broken. Alright, so I want to try... Let me see if I can slide this candle off the edge, break the fish tank, and then fall off there. Not quite, but maybe this way. Maybe? Let's see, gently. Gently. Just a little bit of rightward. Yeah, okay, that part works. What's the springboard for? Alright, so if that blimp... Oh, there we go. So the fish just had to be broken and the cat would keep walking for some reason. Okay, good enough for me. How else could I have done that? Oh, blow up the blimp to light the cannon, and then springboard the pinball to do that. Okay, that seems reasonable. I don't like this object. It gave me a lot of trouble last time, and I was not happy with it. So I think the fact that the cat's going to keep walking past the fish is not particularly obvious. I could not have predicted that ahead of time without knowing the exact behavior. Newton's Cafe. Help Newton Mouse treat all his pals to a cheese dinner. Okay. So, you probably want one of these. If you were to do that, that just plops you there, but I could do this. And then you'll probably want to use a boxing glove to move those down. All mice will run off the edge. The question is, will you should land there, see the cheese, then run that way. I think that's what'll happen. Good, 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 good. Okay, all mice eat cheese. Alright, number 4, Curious Curie. Help Curie. Cat, get out of the basement. Make her exit the bottom of the screen. Cat, go here. Cat, go here using... Okay, mouse could go there. Cat moves and then does what? Perhaps... Okay, so... Is a cat heavy enough to make a bucket drop a trapdoor? Yes, but I need to trim that. Okay, so that's my next task. Okay, so what moving parts do I have? These are useless. That... Could that bump into this with just the tiny little bit of momentum it has? Yes. Okay, good enough. Pretty simple. Cage the kitty. Put Curie Cat in the cage. So these are the cat levels. Alright, so if you were to blow up, mouse could get to cheese and fall in a pipe and do what? Like, I just see patterns like this, and it's clearly what the level expects me to do as the first action. However, the first action needs to be to blow that up, presumably using this thing. Now, but isn't this, while this will light the dynamite, won't that also blast it off the ledge? So I might have to block it with something. However, what's going to pull that? I do have a steel cable, which could connect to a balloon. Okay, so let's start with that. Oh, it just blows it up right away. It doesn't even light it. I got the mouse in the cage. That's a start, I guess. Alright, so while that does act like it wants to be completed, I don't think that's necessary. So Mouse's job is to flip that switch. The way I'm going to have him do that is like I might need a wall for the cat here. Well, let's see how far this gets me. Mouse does job. That goes the wrong way. I can turn this around, though. Now, okay, so if this were placed here instead, I could certainly use it to block the cat. Or, like, here-ish. This is likely to work, I think. I could also use this... Oh. Okay, so I think... Let's see what that does. I feel like the kitty was making it through there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Kitty can just bump into this. How's that sound? Sounds good to me. Okay. Target practice. Use the vaccine glove to pop the balloon. Okay. Okay. So, you're asking me to... What are you asking me to do? Can this shoot through a wall somehow? Okay, so the flashlight would appear to be for... Use the boxing glove to pop the balloon. How? Can explosives set off a boxing glove? I mean, if they could, then the solution would just be this. But that doesn't... Okay, well, I think I do actually need to do that, and then this needs to shoot there. Got it. Okay. So clearly I need one of these. And this could go in a better place, like here. So is it not just as simple as that? Don't really need the acceleration, I'm just using that to bridge the pipe. So give me a reason this wouldn't work. Or don't. That's perfectly acceptable. Plural pop. Pop both balloons. Alright, you want anti-gravity, clearly. Anti-gravity will probably place you there. That will pop by nitroglycerin. This can pop by pin after that one has popped. Thumbtack. Handy for popping blimps and balloons. Can be flipped. Okay. So it's not like there's really that much to this, huh? Feels like I could just do this and call it good. Okay, so... that might eventually work. I'll give it another moment. Yeah, okay. 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 Good enough for me. Laser coffee. Get the coffee pot off the screen. Doesn't have to boil, it just has to get off the screen. That's a bunch of lasers. None of them are on. So this pinball can probably turn both of those on. Yes. White receptor, mix all lasers here. No problem. So blue needs mirror here. So just a laser mirror thing. You are for accelerating the coffee pot upwards so it flies off there. Okay, so blue goes Nope. Okay, so blue should get in there approximately. Now red. Okay, so green is going up. Green can go here. That's where blue is going, though, so maybe blue needs to go over top. What about red? I'm not sure yet. Maybe red could share the space with... Okay, so there's this here. This is unused. Seems like I just want to do this. Okay. Nobody's sharing a mirror. I'm going to have to tweak the pixel positions of those a bit. So particularly green, what do I have control over this? I think... Okay, so that's yellow. Blue is too... It needs to hit, like, there? Okay, there we go. What? Wait, why are you acting that way? Oh, because I placed my red mirror poorly. Okay, so red mirror goes over farther so it doesn't block the coffee pot. Alright, there we go. So that's an interesting problem. What about way over here? Okay, that works. Cool. Alright. Newton goes bowling. Put the bowling ball into the cardboard box. I'm surprised I haven't run into any problem puzzles like I did yesterday. Okay, so this is flipped down. Bucket has to flip it up. This go there. That explodes somehow. Okay. Cheese makes mouse go in bucket. Bucket will activate that. Laser can do what? Laser can activate this using mirrors. UV red. So mirror and mirror. Now which way do I want to go? I don't really ever remember which way is which. Can also be flipped. Which way does it rotate? How would I know? I don't know. There's no indicator. So I'll just flip it around if it's wrong. Okay, so I could certainly do this sort of thing. I feel like that's going to cause a lot of chaos. Also, it stops that switch from going off. So let's do that. I could also maybe just place the cheese on the explosives over there. Alright, that's the wrong way around, but everything else looks pretty good. I do wonder if the explosion will push the bowling ball the wrong way. Nope, not hard enough. A conveyor belt pushes a spherical object forward harder than an explosion pushes it back. Toast roast. It's breakfast time. Let's roast some toast. That falls. Okay, so you need a platform. I don't have a lot in the way of platforms. You fall, you fall. Something needs to go up here. So that's not enough of that. Okay, so this baseball's job would seem to be to do that. Why would that happen, though? What's the mouse for? Conveyor belt. Okay, So, I mean, yeah, this... It seems like this needs to launch and be sitting on something. I'll bet that a simple way to do this would just be to do, like, a tricky bounce with something like that. Something like that. I'm sure there's a better way. In fact, that might have actually still hit it if I'd let it run. Yeah, I mean, that's... Oh, that needs to be pushed down too. Got it. Okay. Fan. What are you for? There might still be some silly things I could do here. Does that roll to the right? Slightly. How far could I roll you to the right? Not like that. I mean, that's not really a good way to do things, is it? What if I would do this? Tell me why that wouldn't work. Or not? I guess it'll work. Okay, so what's the proper way to do that? There's obviously a lot of elements here I didn't... Okay, so the mechanism would be conveyor... There. Something is going to hit the mouse. Basketball. Oh, you use that as a platform. Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. So basketball's going to go here, bump into this mouse, bounce back, and light that. Mouse will use the jack-in-the-box to hit the hedge trimmers. See, this is an aspect of this game that I really need to get used to. The teeter-totters and hedge trimmers and things can be collided with by stuff like jack-in-the-box or boxing glove. Things that don't feel like physics objects, but will still act upon them. I'm sure that's going to be important for later puzzles. So a balloon bumps into the mouse cage and makes the mouse run. Huh. Okay. Cool. Clash of the Critters. Help Curie Cat and Newton Mouse blow each other off the screen. Okay. They're not looking at each other, so they don't care right now. So I have some explosives. I can make the mouse light the flashlight, which could ignite something. Okay, can opener will move cat. Cat will do that. I could light a cannon, but why would I? I guess somebody needs to I think I'm starting to get it. So if I light this, that will set off the explosives down there, then this needs to do the same with that in order to... what? Blow each other off the screen. So I guess use explosive to push the mouse that way. Kaboom. Kaboom. Well, there we go. I guess that was it. Cheese, please. Put a mouse into the cage at the bottom. Put the center piece of cheese in with him. So that one. Okay. I appreciate your color coding. Mouse runs there. I can anti-gravity him if I wish. And that'll basically just get him into the cage, other than, you know, if I were to explode some things. Oh, he runs back and forth. Okay, so, who wants to explode? You could roll across that if I wanted you to. Now this is going to need to be pushed. Mouse is in cage. Egg timer does that. This could light, sure. And power this to move cheese for some reason. Now why would I want to do that? I guess in order to blow up... Okay, sure. So I'll have that cheese detonate some explosives here to push that cheese over that way. This cannot be blown up, I believe. Mouse in cage. Cheese moves wrong way. Cheese move other way. Not sure it's actually going to hit that. Because those conveyor belts push things pretty fast. Okay, looks good to me. Did I do that the normal way? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Double explosives there. No, wait, how's this cheese gonna move? So the idea would be to knock it there and push it off? See, that other explosive was unnecessary. Why would you do that instead of just using the explosion to push it? That seems silly. Danger blimp. Put the blimp into the hangar on the left. Okay. So it's going to explode when it gets here, right? Kaboom. Blimp is dead. Thing launches. Alright, so blimp needs to survive and do that. So how do I blow this up? With that. Maybe? How would I use that to blow it up? Oh wait, I have explosives here. So, place made for explosives. I could certainly do this. Now all I have to do is blow this up quicker than... okay. So could I... Since I know you can tie a rope to a detonator, could the detonator be a thing that pulls? Or can it only be pulled itself? Detonator cannot actually pull something. Okay, got it. So that bucket falls down here. Could the bucket, like, just push this around and get it to act upon that? Let's see. How would that work? See, ideally this would be lit, but you know what? That kind of worked. Kinda. Okay, so a couple of problems. This is placed wrong, and this is going to get in the way of the blimp. That's the larger problem. Whoa. Okay, well that was chaotic, but it sure worked. Why have you given me a magnifying glass if I don't have a source of light? Or is a matchstick a source of light? Light fuses, pop blimps and balloons, heat up coffee. No, it's only heat. Oh, the bucket. Of course, you can tie to the bucket. I didn't even think of that. Alright, well, fundamentally that's almost the same. This doesn't do anything. Alright, good enough. So if you give me extra junk tools, I may actually find a use for them. Oh. Pompeian Rhapsody. Light the candle and turn on the lava lamp. Okay, so candle's gonna slide to about here-ish. Lava lamp can turn on by being acted upon by one of these. If the mouse were to be collided with. Now, I could use a balloon to just do that. How do I light that candle, though? This is my only source of ignition. Somebody's gonna have to pull that. Who's it gonna be? Because what do I really... oh wait, the balloon could. Yeah, why couldn't the balloon? Okay, so the balloon could just do this, certainly. Alright, so if the candle gets lit, and then if it were to make it all the way over there, it could bump the mouse cage and do this. I don't think the candle's going to make it that far. And the candle didn't actually get lit. Okay. I don't think this is a collidable object. The balloon is, though. Pop! No, oh, okay. That works. Cool. Blimp be gone! Blow up the blimp before it can get off the screen. That sounds easy. Those things are pretty fragile. So those fall. Blimp doesn't actually get off the screen in this configuration. Or maybe it does. It was making its way downward. Okay, so I have a pinball. That's a powerful tool. Seems like I probably want to put it in the bucket, which is going to let the blimp get away. But it will do all sorts of other useful things. Okay, so my thinking here is that I may want to conveyor belt this rocket over there. Well, no, that's facing the wrong way. Well, but if I anti-gravity it... None of those explosives are close enough to hit the blimp as they are. It's almost like this wants to be here. Yeah, that's exactly where that wants to be. Got it. Okay. I see my mission. So, how well will that do? Whoa, wrong way. That makes it there, and goes up, and should get lit and blow up the blimp. Kaboom! Okay. Newton's Special Brew. Get the coffee to start brewing. Man, I'm just flying through these. Alright, so clearly you want that. That's a lot of tools. Mouse, cheese, go here. Mouse will blow that up, and what does that accomplish? Could you perhaps also bump this on your way down? What would that accomplish? Get the coffee to start brewing. Where's my source of ignition? This? It is. What's going to happen here? Well, you missed the bike pump for one thing. I do have a platform I could put under the coffee, but like this... What's going to pull that? How do I turn this rotation into something useful with this? Okay, so that could certainly rotate. Is this collidable? It doesn't say. So... what do you think of this solution? I mean, I still didn't hit the bike pump, and that is collidable and stopped that from happening. Okay, so put it in a place where that won't be disruptive. Hit the bike pump. Bounce off. Go down there. Oh, and I didn't even need to blow that up. So what was all the rest of this stuff for? That looks exactly like what I did, except the aquarium? What? Oh, I had an anti-gravity pad. I didn't even realize that. Well, there was enough space down there for all that. I mean, okay, that's the fancier way to do it. Okay, well, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead here. Next one involves Mel going somewhere, home. Cool. Alright, next time I'll see you for, hopefully, the other half of the hard puzzles. I'll probably get stuck again at the end of them like I did with the medium puzzles, but it seems like each group might have its own difficulty curve. Where, like I was saying, hard puzzle number 1 is going to be a lot easier than medium puzzle number 30, whatever it was. Alright, see you next time!